With another great and marvelous show today. If you have any comment, please share it with me. But sit back, relax, and let's go into the show. It will be a blessing if I hear your voice in the show. God bless you.
Women of influence. The glory of the Lord shine on you. Arise, shine, for your light now has come. Women of influence, the glory of the Lord shine on you. Oh, the glory of the Lord shine on you.
Family, thank you so much for joining me this morning, wonderful morning. I don't know where you are, but it can be an afternoon or even evening where you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining. Please, let's take our time, just come in, share the video with your friends, tag your friends to come in. We've been talking about this thing. I think last week I was in New York and we spoke a little bit about it, that if a single parent, not even just a mother, but if a single parent is raising a child by themselves, do they qualify to celebrate, both celebration that is on the calendar, either Father's Day or Mother's Day. And normally it's actually the Mother's Day that I see, Father's Day that I see a lot of women who are raising children by themselves, think that because they are doing both jobs, they qualify to also celebrate Father's Day. But is it the right thing to do? So that's what we're going to talk about. I know each one of you have something to say on this wonderful, wonderful topic. I love the feedback. I love the questions. I love how we interact with the topic. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to be doing the show with you. So share the video with your friend, tag in. Please, your contribution is welcome. You don't have to agree with whatever I'm going to agree on. You can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we go back to what the Word of God says. Okay, and that will be final. Not our thoughts, not our feelings, or all those things, but what does the Word of God say concerning things like that. So thank you so much once again for joining. Let's use just a few minutes of our time and share the video. I'm going to share it, and I will introduce you to a wonderful, wonderful guest that we have here right now that I really, really think that is going to be a blessing. So just do it right now. Just do it right now. Share the video with somebody. I'm going to share mine right now. So you too, share the video. Tag somebody to come in. Yeah, I'm sharing my video. So please also you share your video. Yeah, tag somebody to come in. It's going to be a wonderful discussion, and I want you to be part of it. So if you can share it, that would be a blessing. But once again, thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful. Let me share it with some of the groups that I have here. So let me do that right now, and we will come back and I introduce you to my wonderful, wonderful guest. Guest here. Then we go into the show. So let's give like few minutes for our friends to come in. But please share the video right now. I'm trying to share my. You can share it on WhatsApp. Okay, if you are in the groups on WhatsApp, just share it there. Let it be a blessing to them. Okay, I'm almost done here. Thank you. sometimes there are some things that your feelings make it right, and I mean, you're doing everything, and I mean, it seems very, very right, for you. So can we please increase the volume a little bit? Some people say they can't hear, so if you can increase it a little bit for them, that would be very, very good. Thank you so much. We're working on it. We're increasing it so you can hear. But thank you once again for joining me. Wonderful, wonderful show today. Great, great, great topic. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this topic. I'm so excited because each one of us have something to say. So let me say this before I even introduce my guest. When is Father's Day? Okay, when is Father's Day? And you haven't give birth. Okay, you haven't give birth. Father's Day is not for you. Okay, let's put it right here. Father's Day is not for you. If you are taking care, okay, you are taking care of some children, you are taking, you are standing in as maybe a big brother, you are standing in as a father, you are standing in taking care of these wonderful children in your care, then you qualify, whether they are your biological or they are not. If you are doing that job, then you qualify. Okay, so when you are talking about Father's Day and you are a teenager, you are young, you don't even know what a father is, and you want to celebrate Father's Day, please, it's not for you. It's for matured people who are responsible of doing something. And the same thing goes to Mother's Day too. Mother's Day is not for everybody. It's not for every woman. Okay, it's not for every woman. Normally in church we try, to celebrate, all ladies. But typically Mother's Day is for people who are taking care, taking the responsibility of taking care of a child or taking care of somebody. And people that God has blessed them with children. So let's make that thing clear, okay? So if it's Father's Day and you are a single mother, you are raising, your child, thank God for all that you do. Thank God for the strength, the grace that God has given you doing all these things. But does it qualify you to also post it on your social media or, claim that, put it there, okay, it's Father's Day and I'm doing this wonderful job, so hey, celebrate me too, okay? Is it the right thing, to do? So this morning I have wonderful, wonderful sister here who have been both, okay? I've been a single mother and also by the grace of God have a husband now, so has been both. And I want her to come with her opinion about the topic and we are going to discuss it. So welcome, Obedient, to Woman of Influence. Sure. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mommy, for having me. Thank you sincerely so much. I am so happy to be here today to be able to share my part of being once a single mother and now getting it from a different point of view for now having a father in the household. So thank you so much and welcome everybody. Please go ahead and share the video to as much people as you can.
All right, thank you so much. So how long is Naya anyway? How old?
She's 8. She turns 9.
Wow.
Year. Next month, actually.
Next month,
9
wow.
Next month, yeah.
So you were single for, let me say, like 8 years?
Yes, 8 years.
So when I put the video there, we have some people with their option and what they think it's have to be. The first one says that it's a good topic, okay? So somebody says it's a very good topic, but it's kind of difficult to talk about because at the end of the day, single mothers are doing both, jobs. So as a father and as a mother. So this is what somebody is saying. It's a very, very interesting topic because they are doing what they are supposed to do. But does it qualify them, okay, to be a father or to celebrate them? on Father's Day?
In my personal opinion, granted, you are allowed to have your own opinion about anything that's
Okay.
said. I personally, once again, from my point of view, my perspective of being a single mother, I was being the only provider in the household. I was the only person that was cooking. And
Okay.
granted, we're not taking away from anybody, so they have to be very careful. We're not saying if you're playing both roles that where you're not doing a good job or
Yeah.
you cannot get thank you.
Okay.
No, what we're saying is you are not a father. You are playing the role as a father.
Okay.
But no, you are not that father. Yes, there's so much you can do. And yes, you are being a provider. You are paying the bills. You are clothing the child. And you are feeding the child. And you're rocking the child to sleep and managing them. You are playing an excellent role. But there's things that a father can do that you are not able to do. And God will bless you with a brother,
Yeah.
your older brother. If you don't have a brother, your father, your uncle. There's other men that were able to play that role in your child's life. And granted, if you don't have that person in there, there's other people who will be able to.
Okay, but somebody was saying that I do the job because now, okay, so today I'm going to be the single, okay, mother here. I am alone, as you said, I am alone. I'm the person who have to take this child to school. Even when they are doing everything that a man have to be there to do, okay, I'm the one doing it. I'm doing everything. So why when it's Father's Day, okay, when it's Father's Day, because I'm doing what a father typically have to do, I feel every right to think that I have to be celebrated.
I think that's where confusion comes in. My girlfriend and I was talking just last week, Tuesday, when I left the sanctuary. We was on the phone, and she was saying, oh, I'm playing this role, I'm playing that role. And my husband, they're getting a separation.
Okay.
It's not in the household right now for my son to see. I need to let him know I'm doing it. I say, no, do not do that. Because one, you're going to enable him that later on when he gets married, he's going to feel like he's able to sit down and let his wife do all the hard work. And now you're confusing your son to play a role he's not supposed to play.
Wow.
He's the man in the household when he grows up.
Okay.
He's going to be the man. Don't make it seem like, yes, I'm his mother. I'm playing every role. So when it comes to Father's Day, he needs to give me the gift because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Now you're confusing your child.
Okay.
When he grows up in his relationship between his wife and him, he's going to try his best to play the role as, oh, my mom had it, so you have to now do it. So I think you have to be very cautious when you stand up boldly and saying that, oh, I'm a father, I'm this, I'm that. Not only are you saying it for your peers to see, but your children are watching it too. And then they're going to also grow up that mentality that my father was never doing this, so why should I? And granted, it can go both ways.
No, you made a statement that is deep. Because, I always says that we should try as much as possible. I mean, if you are been watching me, I keep on repeating this, that we should try as much as possible and trust God not to repeat negative family history. And negative family history, I mean, I grew up, my father was there as a father, but most of the times wasn't there, okay? And I saw my mom very, very strong woman, would do everything, that kind of very strong, independent, strong woman who would do. My mother did everything, so even when God blessed me with my husband, it was a little bit struggle, because although he was there, I have that, typical strong, I can handle this, I can handle this. So really have to pray and ask God to help me to deal with that, because a man wants to marry a lady, and a lady have to be, kind of soft and all those things. And if you are always there and want to compete with your husband and want to do what men have to do, then it's like, okay, they will just sit back and look at you. You know, so the point you make is very, very right. I believe that God created us. Okay, we are all equal in the presence of God, but there is role. Okay, women, we can do everything. I believe in your ability. You can do everything. But there are some things that are set for men to do, and we have to be able to let them do, even if whether they are there or not. We still have to allow them to do it. One person says that no. So the person, I didn't want to write the names of those who contribute, but she says that, no, I am a single mother, but not a father. That is a point, okay? So you are a single mother, but you are not a father. How do you balance that? Although you are playing the role of the father, but how do you balance in your life that, hey, I am a mother, although I'm playing a father role, but I'm not a father. I'm not the source of this child. How do you play that?
I think personally, one thing that I had to do, and I asked for advice. I'm the type of person, my husband go make fun of me all the time. If I don't know how to cook a particular soup, YouTube is my best friend. Something as simple as jollof rice. If I don't know how to cook jollof rice, I'm going to search up ingredients. There are certain things, and I will say, I'm speaking from my perspective. I'm speaking from things that I've been through. There are certain things that I could not install into my daughter, who is now 8 years old, going to 9 next month, that I had to reach out for help. There's things, and yes, I'm playing the role, but there's many days I had to call my dad. Hey, Naya's going through these things, where it has to be a father that has to play this role. Can you please have this conversation with her? If I'm not in the position, speaking of to you, if you're not in a position to go to a father or go to a brother, there's TV shows out there. When teachers are trying to teach the children in public schools now, they put on videos. They be like, hey, this is how you do this is how you do that. There was Bill Nye the Science Guy. I remember growing up in school, that was one thing they used to go ahead and play for us to be interested in science. I'm saying reach out to other men that you trust. Not any type of men, not just anybody. You have to be very cautious of who important to your child. Reach out to people. There was one day I needed to put Naya's car seat in the car. My father was on the road. My brother wasn't of age yet to know how to do that. I went to the police department.
Oh, wow.
For my resources. There's
That's
a lot
good.
of resources out here for you.
Okay.
But don't say that because when you are bigger, you will burn yourself out. I need to do it all. I need to do it all. I need to do it all. No, you don't have to do it all.
Wow. So there's a comment here. It should be a recommendation and not a claim, and which I believe it, because we have to, recommend what they are doing. Awesome job. I mean, I've seen some great and wonderful single mothers who have raised such a responsible children that is mind-blowing. Okay? So we are not here to talk about your abilities. You are not here to talk about what you can do, what you cannot do. We are here to put it right, that you are playing that wonderful, wonderful role, but we are not a father. So we take our hat off for you. We thank God for your life. We thank God for these wonderful things you are doing in the children's life. And also, I mean, we don't know why you are a single parent. You can be, maybe you lost your husband, you lost your wife, or something happened, and sincerely, some of the story that sometimes too, this you hear from single women, some of the stories heartbreaking, and I think that sometimes when people go through such a difficult, situation, and it's just left with them and the child, and they don't even want to remember what happened. So they are doing everything they can to forget about the past and just doing the good thing they can do in the future. And I know all those things are happening, and all those things can happen, but just be who you are, and we thank God for your life, but you are still not a father. You are still not a source, because father is a source. When we talk about somebody being a father, is a source, okay? Is them being a source. The next contribution that somebody says that I think once they are celebrated on Mother's Day, that should be enough. Somebody will say that it's not enough because I'm doing both jobs, so it's still not enough. But somebody put this one there that is very good. We can talk about it. It says that a single parent is not doing both jobs. Parenting is parenting. Just the single parent do it alone. You know, so this is a very good point. Parenting is parenting. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, parenting is parenting. If you are single, then you are doing it alone. So he says that it's not equal distribution. A mother will never be a father, and vice versa. So although you are playing the role of a father and you are doing all this wonderful job, I think you have to see it as you are parenting. Okay, you are parenting, but you are not. You are never a father. And vice versa. If a man is parenting and doing a great job, you are not a mother. What do you think about that?
I think that saying is completely true.
Yeah.
Down to the T. Because once again, I'm speaking from my perspective.
Okay.
There are certain things I can pour into my children that Andrew will not be able to.
Okay.
I'm a huge nurturer. And I can grab Naya and rub her on the back. Andrew will grab her and make it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I'm parenting her as a mother would parent him. And he would do it as a father would. It would be completely different. Parenting is parenting. Yes, you're right. And then also, too, you cannot, any form that you change it around, it's impossible. That's where confusion starts. When it starts with you, it's going to be passed on to the children. You are not a father. You can do but so much. When your son gets to, I'll use a son because now I have a son.
Yeah.
Your son gets to a certain age, there's questions he's going to have about his body parts that you do not know. You know but so much. That it's going to require a father to tell. And if we don't use the word father loosely in your situation as a single mother, your father, his grandfather, are able to teach him, or his uncle are able to teach him. I don't mind how you change it around. You just not a father.
Wow. So, let me put it this way. So maybe a single parent, and they have been doing all this thing by themselves. The father wasn't there. Maybe the father was somewhere, and now, okay, the father wants to come in. Maybe at the age of 5, sometime at the age of 10, you know, when you have done all this job, then now all of a sudden, the father wants to show up and want to be really like, okay, I get this. Give me, how do you balance that? Because sometimes it can be very, very challenging. Being alone with this boy or this girl by yourself, you guys do everything, you know, together, you become like friends, everything. You know, I see single parents and how they handle their children and everything. Then all of a sudden, he show up. How do you really balance it by, you know, making him come into the child life? How do you balance that?
Or is he coming to stay? That's
No, he's not coming with you. He wants to come into the child life, but maybe once a while, you know, take him out, you know, have dinner. Not like be a father, but not to come and stay with you. No.
It's funny that you asked. It's a situation that I'm going through right now. You know
okay.
Situation when it comes to Naya. So it's something that I'm talking to God about.
Yeah.
How is it that when her father gets out of the situation that he's in,
Yeah.
how is it that he's going to just naturally just come with the flow?
Okay.
One in particular for me, I know that I have influence on Naya.
Okay.
I know that everything that I'm installing into her is not just for today, but it's for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the interest that she has in, that if I see Naya move, she knows to move. I'm praying, me is a prayer point, that once her father gets back into the picture and he's trying to go with the flow, that my influence still is live.
Okay.
And also, so I think it has a big role to the relationship that you build with that father. But remember, if you're out there bashing him and, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, it's going to be hard to have that relationship with him for you to pull him to the side and say, hey, this is the relationship I've built with my daughter.
Okay.
This is the teaching, or this is how I want her to be. We need to get together on that same line on how we're going to raise her. So I personally just feel it's the communication when it comes to you and that person, individual, the father. But remember, you cannot be out there bashing him and saying, oh, you are no good, I'm the father, and I'm that. He's going to come in a situation with his head down. He's not going to come with his head up that confident that I'm able to play this role. You've been down talking him the whole entire time. So also right now, if you know that it's a potential way for this father to come back into that child's life, you have to be very cautious of what you say, especially on social media. If you go down onto anybody's timeline, if they had a social media since 2009, you're able to see everything that they post on there. So you have to be very careful. And this go back to our topic. How can I be a single mother and go out and talk about me playing the father role? Now when he gets here, why would he want to play it?
And you know, this is very, very interesting. You know, this topic is not easy any way you see it. I know, okay? Somebody will say, you don't know because you are not a single parent. I have been doing this pastoral work for a time now. I have counseled a lot of people. I met a lot of people in my pastoral work. And sometimes the things are very, very tough. And sometimes the situation is very, very overwhelming. But the truth always stands. The truth always stands, okay? So I know what he did to you wasn't the right thing. You know, maybe he broke your heart. He even accepted the pregnancy, says, hey, that's not my child, and just left you. And you didn't even know what to eat. You didn't have any help. And you did everything. And then now, things are moving, things are doing very well, and all of a sudden they want to come to the child's life. And if you don't take care and you hold on to the pain, you know, then you also block the ability of your child having a good relationship with the father, which is very important. It might not look important to you because you think you are very, very strong, you know, lady, and you can do everything. But I'm telling you, it's very important for men to be in their children's life. And we live in a generation that men are not being daddies. They are not being papas, you know, because everybody can be a father. Everybody can just, because once you can put your pants down, you can be a father. But that is not enough, okay? Giving birth and not taking care of the child is not enough. You are a wasteful father. You have to be a daddy. A daddy is somebody who will stay home for the children to get to know him, and he getting to know the children, taking responsibility, working very hard to take care of these children, helping them with their emotional aspect growing up. You know, there's a lot of things, especially emotionally, when it comes to ladies, about their father. And if the father is not there, they grow up and they go to a relationship and they are struggling. Why? Because there was no father, there was no daddy who was there to show them how men have to treat them, to show them how men have to behave towards them. So they don't know anything. They go out there, they take abuse, they take everything because there was not a daddy there who tell them, hey, this is how you need to be treated. Okay? So
with all this said and done, if the father wants to come, as obedience says, it's very, very important. One sister said here that communication is very important. You have to communicate with them, let them know exactly how you have been doing it all this while. So if they are coming in, you have to let them know. But please, as much as it's so painful, as much as it's so disappointing, as much as they broke your heart, that is the past. Just allow them in a nice way, putting boundaries and all those things there. But if they have to be in their child life, let them be. Okay, we have some contribution here. Let me read them. Thank you so, so much. Please continue to share the video. If you are joining us, we are talking about, if a lady, the whole thing is actually for the ladies, okay? So if the ladies is playing dual role, that they are still qualified to be celebrated on Father's Day. So that's what we're talking about. There's a contribution here. There's uncles and godfathers who can be a father figure in your child life. Yes, that is very true. You are a female, you cannot be a father. So you cannot be a father. Somebody say you cannot be a father. Just be the best parent you can, okay? So just be the best parent you can, but don't try to be a father. I think that is very, very good. It doesn't require a father to tell a son about body parts. Okay, so yeah, that's what somebody is saying. That doesn't require a father. If a father is not there, I think you still have to let them know. It is very challenging, but you have to pray and ask God to help you to allow the father to have a relationship with their children. And that's what I'm talking about. It's very, very challenging. I believe that too. It's very, very challenging. Especially, it all depends on how the whole situation was formed. If the situation was very, very bad, then it's very, very, very challenging. But communication with the father is very important. So we really have to communicate with them and let them know. It said, never talk bad about a father to a child, no matter what the issue is. They may know the situation, but never talk bad about him. Let's talk about that, because it's really something that I was listening to one of the powerful man of God that I look up to now, and he made a statement that really said something about me. And I remember growing up, my mother used to do the same thing. He says that his father was very bad, but he never heard the mother telling them how bad the father was. Till he grew up and noticed that the father even have children all over. It's like, mom didn't tell us all these things. But mom was always positive about the good things about the father. And I remember growing up, my mother used to say the same thing. I knew my father wasn't home for some reason, but anytime I asked my father, which I was very, very close to my dad, it was so bad that the day I knew my father would come home, I would be sitting at the door waiting for him. And if he doesn't show up that night, no sleeping for me. I'll be crying the whole night. So, but I'll ask my mom, why is that not here? Because my dad used to be a drive to city, and was doing a nice business from city to city. So sometimes when he goes, he stays there forever. And I'll be asking my mom, and my mom knew that he have another woman somewhere, but never tell me that, the reason why your father is not coming home because there's this one or there's that one. But he always says that, because of the goose, maybe the goose is not ready. And once he's able to clear everything, he will come home. So I grew up and noticed that it wasn't the goose. It just wasn't just the goose. It wasn't at all. One time I confronted my mom. I'm like, you've been lying, You've been lying to me. But that proved how wonderful and great my mom was by not putting my dad, business out there. And now it's so funny, both of them are not here. And when we meet as siblings, we've been looking at some of the things they were doing and we just laugh about it. But how important it is not to talk bad about each other. Either is a father or a mother, not to talk bad. How important is that?
I think personally, if I talk bad about Naya's father, my husband, in front of her, she's going to try to disrespect him.
Okay.
I think, one, it will play a big role in how much she respects him. And then I think, two, if I talk about my baby's father or my husband, it's gonna be very hard to keep a relationship. For instance, if your child is younger, I'm not saying if your child is older, like 16, have their own phone. It's gonna be a little bit harder. There was times when my daughter's father and I was going through. I was young. I was bashing him. I'm not gonna lie. I would bash him, and it seems like every time I would bash him, he would not want to pick up the phone and call to even check up on her because he knew he would have to run through me. And it was just that uncomfortableness of not wanting to deal with me that he would not even pick up to see how Naya was doing. He would rather call one of his friends them and be like, yo, check on the meeting for me and just run back some information. And that was how he was able to get information. And granted, I'm not going to tell her all my business. So he's not going to get all the information that he needs from his child. And three, is going to mess up how she sees him until she knows for herself. It can also mess up how she sees me until she sees for herself. If I'm the one that's just imposing my opinion, because she's too young to make that for a decision for herself. On her, she's going to either A, not want to deal with him, B, resent me for speaking ill upon her dad, or C, just blame me. She's going to be like, you're the reason why dad don't want to be home.
That's it.
You're the reason why I can't even pick up the phone and talk to him. You're the reason why. And then also it can get real nasty. He can end up having his own little family out there. And that also can mess up that relationship they could have had. And they no longer have, because why? I messed something up when it came to their relationship because I'm angry and I'm bitter and it can go bad.
Wow, I know, because I've counseled some parents that were always, not saying good things about each other, and now the child grow, find out. And the sad aspect is then the child grow and they want to go and stay with the one who wasn't there because of all that was said. Okay, so you've done all this work and now your child grow and they don't even want to hang around with you. They don't even want to see you because of all those negative things. And then now maybe they want to go and stay with their father or they want to go and stay with their mom, and you are so embittered and saying, oh, with all that I did and everything, and why is this and why is that? So I think the best thing this thing is hard. Okay, this thing is hard. It's very bad. Try as much as possible to keep the pain, keep all those things to yourself. It was just between you and him. Your child didn't have anything to play there. Don't get them involved. Don't get them involved with your bitterness. Don't get them involved with the pain. Just leave them to take their decision themselves. Because I've seen it not once, not twice. That the children don't have anything, they don't want anything to do with mom again. They want to go to father. Or they don't want to do anything with father, they want to go with mom. Okay, so just leave it, But there's another contribution here. Absolutely, being a single parent is not a choice. However, if one finds themselves in that position, I, for one, will assume the responsibility, that's very good, before me and be there for my child. That is parenting. It's not a choice, but it's happening. And if it's happening, I will do my best. I will make sure I will be the best parents that I can. And yes, seek the counsel of the men that I trust, especially my man of God, family, and friends, to help me. Okay, you know, so that's what you do, and I think that's a very, very good contribution. It's not a choice, and there's a lot of things in our life that we don't sit down and plan. You know, oh, I'm going to, like sitting down and plan, I'm going to be poor, or I'm going to be broke, and all this. There are things in our life that we really don't sit down, but it happens, and sometimes it's not a choice. But if it happens, take responsibility and do what you need. You know, you need to do. That's very important. Okay. You have to put a child feeling in front of your emotion. That is a good one. You have to put your child feeling in front of your emotion. So sometimes think about how your child will feel about you insulting, you know, either the mom or either the father, you know, and in front of your emotion, how you feel.
And personally, if I'm cussing Naya's father in front of her, I'm cussing a part of her, because it's half my DNA and half his DNA.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying your dad is no good, your dad is ugly, your dad got a big head, well, mommy, I'm part of my dad. My head, you say I look like my dad.
Yeah.
So I'm not only bashing him, but I'm bashing her too, because now she's going to grow up with that mentality. My dad was no good. So when she's having a conversation with her friends now, it's no longer, oh yeah, I got a good dad, I got a good dad. Self-consciously, she's going to put her head down a little bit. I promise you, your child will eventually see, like mommy said, when you grew up and became an adult, when you became wise enough, mature enough to understand what was going on, you even appreciated your mother way more, that she did not spread your dad's dirty laundry to you, but more she kept it by herself, and you was able to make that decision by yourself. You have to be very careful. Children are sponges.
Okay.
They pick up everything and absorb everything that you say.
Wow.
If you keep bashing him and keep talking bad about him, or making him feel little, you are doing it to that child as well. That's part of him. And I know it every time. My mother from Africa sent me a picture of her one day. She was in a wedding. It felt so good to see her dressed up. I was like, wow, my mom is beautiful. That's part of me. If she can get up and dress like that, mommy, I put on a dress that day and I was just in the house. Because I was happy to know I can do the same thing. But if I always seen her, or somebody always told me, oh yeah, she's dirty, she's this and she that, I would feel like that's part of me. It would belittle me as well. So you have to be very careful.
That's very important. That's very important. We have one. Okay, so one person says that mommy is wrong. So it's wrong. I have respect for them, but no, I have done that before, but realize it's not biblical. And I think, you know, so it's not biblical. So let's do the right thing. And you know, when it comes to things like this, sometimes it's common. Everybody is doing. Okay, it's common. Everybody think, you know, they have the right to do it. They've been working very hard. So a day comes, hey, they have the right to celebrate, you know, and put it on their social media and everything. But is it biblical? Is it the word of God? Because at the end of the day, as children of God, we have to go by what the word of God says, not our emotions. Okay, not our emotions. And God created a man and a woman. God didn't create a mother who would tend to be a father. Okay, God created a man and a woman, and there's a lot of responsibility that God put on men, and we also have our portion. Okay, so it's not easy, and as one of our sisters says, that it's not a choice. Okay, it's not a choice. But once we find ourselves in, we take absolutely a responsibility and trust God, trust God, trust God. You know, when I was coming, I was talking to myself. Even me, that I have the privilege to have my husband in the house. It's still not easy. My parenting skills and everything, I totally depend on God, 100%. Totally. I've given my children to God. I tell God this, I see myself as in partnership with God. You give these children to me. You know how they have to turn up to be. You know the grace you have to give into them, the abilities, everything. You know everything more than me. I am just here to work with you. So 100% I put it on God. How I'm not going to be there 24/7. I can't be everywhere they go, hey, take me, because you are not going to do right. No. Yeah. I leave them to God. The Bible says that God will guide them and will be behind them, telling them what to do and what not to do. So me as a parent, all that I have to do is, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, this is the right way, that's all that I can do. But their well-being and everything totally on God. And it's not easy. There are so many times I will have to call my husband, hey, I can't do this thing. Can you jump in? Can you pick blessing? Hey, I can't do this. Can you do this? So I can only imagine if it's just you. Then you can't have anybody to call and say, hey, can you pick this one up? And you have to stop what you are doing and run here and run here. We salute you. We salute you. But when we thank God for your life, but that's part of life. Sometimes life is not fair. So that's part of it. But this will be that somebody says that they are qualified to be celebrated. This should not even, he said that there should not be an argument over this. They are really qualified to celebrate. Okay, so this is what somebody is saying. She strongly believes that
she's qualified to be a father.
Yes. And there should not be an argument about it.
Okay.
So
if I have my ring in my hand and I'm holding it tight like this,
okay,
you are not able to take it out of my hand.
Yeah.
Neither are you able to add a better upgrade
Okay.
ring because it's closed up. If you keep on that mindset that, yes, I'm qualified to be a father, why should a father come into your household?
Oh, wow.
Why should a potential father, come into your house and say, I want to marry you and be father to your children? You told God, hey, I'm a father. Don't send me a father no more. I got it. You're blocking your own blessing. Stop with that mindset. Because not only are you messing up for you, you're messing up for your child.
Yeah.
Granted, you are doing a phenomenal job. You are playing the role, but you don't have to.
You don't have
what
to.
We're saying.
Yeah.
You are playing a role. You are substituting for somebody who was supposed to do it.
That's it.
So do not have the mindset, I am that person. You are not. I'm sorry that your absent father who was supposed to be there is not mature enough. I don't know the situation. So speak for me. Mine was not mature enough to play that role. So he didn't do it. Everybody else, because it takes a village to raise a child, had to step in and play that role. But never did I say, yes, I'm the role keeper.
Yeah.
I'm the only person who's going to play the role. Because why? My husband would not be here now to play that role in Naya's life. And he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because I had to let go.
That's it.
And say somebody else can do it.
Okay.
And if they don't know how to do it, I can pray to God and I can install into him the little that I know so we can do it together. Do not have that mindset that, yes, I'm the role bearer. I'm the person who has to do it, or I'm the person who needs to do it. You're blocking your child's blessing, and you're blocking yours. God did not make men to be alone, and he did not make you to parent alone, because he did not allow you to make that baby by yourself.
Wow.
So the order was, you and somebody else do it together.
Yeah.
Together. And granted, you are in the position right now that you have to do it by yourself. Do not block the other person that God has to do it, made to do it with you, with that mindset.
Okay.
Don't do that.
That's great, and I totally support it 100%. I think that sometimes, and I said it earlier, don't let your disappointment, your pain, okay, that you've been through. I don't know how, and I don't know the situation that, make you become a single parent. That's not what I want to know. But I know that it might be maybe very difficult situation, very disappointing. I even said earlier, maybe even the father said, hey, that wasn't my child. It was just one stand, one night stand or whatever. I don't even remember you, in the list. No, it's not me. Okay, but so it sometimes there are some pains here and there. There are some things that you want to, but guess what? All those acts might be a mistake, but that child is not a mistake. That child is not a mistake. God have a destiny for the child. So you want to make sure that you take your responsibility as a parent serious and do what you can do with the help of God and leave the pain, the past issue and all those things. You have to find it in your heart to don't let it come and destroy your child and whatever, the opportunity to have, with a parent, the other parents. Don't allow your pain, okay, your emotion. Somebody wrote it, don't allow your emotion to stand, so strong that your child feeling doesn't matter, because they need their father, they will need their mother. So no matter what, don't let it, be. I have one contribution. Okay, comment. Okay, I have a comment here. There is one way maybe a single mother can be celebrated if the child decides to celebrate them on Father's Day because of their hard work. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Your child is saying that you're doing a good job. See, you didn't have to bash your baby's father.
Yeah.
Your child acknowledged what you were doing. If you want acknowledgement from your child saying that, yes, I'm doing both roles, your child sees it. If I fall down the stairs now, it's going to automatically, Mommy, are you okay? She's seen the process from from the top to the bottom. Children see, just the same way they're seeing that the father's not in the household to play a certain role. They see the mother.
They see it.
They see it. But don't vocalize outsiders saying that, my baby daddy. Stop. You're making yourself look bad. And you're bashing that you picked a no good man. You now look like a fool. Before you slept with that man, you saw him.
Yeah.
I know personally when my baby father was acting crazy, I had to humble myself. I was the one that out of everybody that was lining up, I said, that's the man I want to sleep with. Let's be real. I went ahead and granted his ways that came with after the baby. That was totally him. That was completely his action. But once you go out there and you're belittling somebody, you have to keep accountability and say, that's the person that I picked to lay with. Before I married my husband, I had to take a whole bunch of things into consideration before I said I do. Because not only was I giving myself to him, I was giving my children to him.
Wow.
So I had to put certain things in aspect. So if you was foolish enough to just open your legs to anybody and say, hey, let's make a baby, you have to take some part of responsibility. So don't come on Instagram or Facebook and be like, my baby daddy and this. Take accountability and you lay with that man.
Yeah, that's very, very true. There's another contribution here. The children of this generation know if their dad is a good person or not without being told. That's true, without being told whether they are bad. Trust me, I am communicating from experience. Yeah, they know. Also, sometimes the child may get to hear negative remarks from eardropping on conversation or just woman errors, fat. Some men are bad, no matter how hard you try to get them involved in their children's life. So guess what? Just do what you can do. Just do what you can do. Just do what you can do. That's true. There's some people, they are bad. They are just bad. And you made a statement that that especially when they are when I ask you if they want to come in, okay, if they want to come in, and you say that to stay, okay, and I say no. But you see, it's two things, especially maybe you are single by the grace of God, like you, and now you are married and your husband is in the house. When Naya father wants to come in, he have to come in very carefully. Because guess what? There is a man in the house who is doing what he's supposed to do. He cannot come in and start throwing his tantrum. Oh, that's my child. Where were you? Yeah, in the first place, where were you? Okay, so all those communication is very, very important. If somebody is now there who is taking a full responsibility, guess what? A father is the one who takes responsibility, who works very hard for their children. So if somebody is then there now taking that responsibility, taking care of your child, that you will know where to be found, and now you are coming in, please, you have to come in very careful, because if you come in rough, I will not allow you. I mean, that's my opinion. It can be wrong, but if you are coming in the right thing, fine. But you cannot come in and disrespect my husband, you know, and come and be throwing your tantrum. No, stay off. Stay off.
And that's one of the things, the conversation I had to have with my daughter's father.
Yeah.
When I first got proposed to, he called me and said, hey, congratulations. I seen what happened, congratulations. I said, you have to tell my husband thank you. Not only will he be playing a role in the house, he will be financial bearer, he will be discipliner, he will be clothing, he will be feeding. He's playing a role now that you're not in a position to play. Not only am I training your child in certain things, now he has an influence on her. So you have to come in with a respect. Because if my daughter father don't respect my husband, it's going to put a burden on me. Because now I have to be either A, keep the peace, but one thing he's not going to be able to do is disrespect my husband, because at the end of the day, he has more hands-on with my daughter than he does. But you as a woman will have to lay that structure, because the only middle person is me. Is I'm the one with him, and I'm the one with I'm the one, so you have to lay that structure. You have to put in those things into place. I give my daughter's father rules. There are certain times you're going to call your daughter, because right now we have rules in our house. You are not allowed to just come knocking on my door. Yes, I understand your daughter is at my house, but my husband pays my rent. So there's certain things that you're just not going to come into my life as if I'm single. I'm not single. I'm partnering up with my husband to raise our child. Yes, you have right to your child, but there's a different way that you're able to have that right, because I'm no longer a single woman, I'm a married woman, and that invitation will extend too when you are in a relationship with your significant other. I will respect your household. We have a child together, but we're not married.
That's it. That is very, very important. So, you know, at the end of it all, and thank you all for your contributions. Thank you all for your comments. You make this show very, very wonderful today. And I'm very, very, very grateful for all of you that have joined. Sister Carol from New York and Sister Jewel, everybody. Thank you so, so much. But at the end of all of our talking here, let's always, you know, take the word of God very serious when it comes to a situation like this, especially when emotions are running. Okay, when emotions are running, because at the end of the day, hey, you are working, you are doing whatever you have to do, you are doing all that, and we salute you for that. We recognize you. We thank God for your life. We thank God for the grace He has given you to be such an awesome, you know, single parent, and you are doing it, you know, with grace and with style, and we thank God for that. But always remember that God has given you the ability to do what you have to do. Somebody said that we didn't choose to be singles, but we are now. Okay, single parents, we are now. So what can we do? We just have to take the responsibility and run with it and do very, very good with it. Somebody says that just be the role model. Just be the best role model you can be to your child. And try as much as possible and keep your emotions and all those pain and everything to yourself. Don't transfer it to your child by talking bad, by talking all the things that their daddy or their mommy did that is so bad that you cannot even stand them. You kill them when you see them and all those things. Try as much as possible to keep that to yourself. And because those things will ruin the relationship for the child and the father. Maybe it can be a positive one, but all said and done, if they want to come, please put rules there. Put things they can do and they cannot do, and really, really make sure that they respect your space. They respect if there's a new man in the house and all those things. And I think that if we do that, we will be good. So I salute all the singles mothers who are doing a very, very good job. May God continue to bless and increase you and grace you. But guess what? You are not a father. Okay, you are not a father. Don't even wish to be a father. Just be the wonderful parents you are. And I think when we do that, God will continue to bless us. So thank you so, so much. I want to thank Obedient. Thank you so, so much for coming. You did an awesome job. You have survived. You did an awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me today. And next week, we're going to switch and talk about one of the powerful, powerful things. The Bible said in Genesis, Cain and Abel. And they are both were supposed to present their offerings to God. And as a brother and a brother. But guess what? Because of envy and jealousy, one killed another. What are we doing in the church? Is your behavior killing somebody, or is it making them strong? Why do we have so many hates people in the church? Why do we have so many jealous people in the church? Why do we have so many envious people in the church? Why? That's what we're going to talk about next week. You don't want to miss it. If we have experienced anything, what did they even call church hate? What happened to that? I want us to talk about it next week, because these are the small, small things that really didn't create a good picture for us as children of God out there. We want to deal with those things, so we will be the light God wants us to be. So join me next week, same time as 12. And thank you once again. Continue to share the video with your friends and tag them with all our pictures. Thank you, and we see you next week. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you for taking time out to join us today. We pray that today's discussion will encourage and help you moving forward as a man or woman of influence. We look forward to seeing you next week as we explore another topic of interest. The preceding program is sponsored by the partners and friends of Women of Influence and Grace Place TV. For more information on the Women of Influence show, please visit our website at www.womenofinf.com or follow us on our various social media platforms. You can watch our past episodes on our Women of Influence YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe. If you have a question, comment, inquiry, or testimony, we would like to hear from you. Feel free to email us. This show will not be possible without the support of viewers like you. If you would like to partner with us or donate to the Women of Influence show, you may do so by any of the provided mediums. Thank you.
Women of influence. The glory of the Lord shine on you.